the inventory list reads 5 fur hides. This reads like a school supply list.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Slowly, you see Dirk grabs a little scroll out from his satchel and cross-references Daryl's shopping list.
We're done. We're not doing this for Daryl.
With the list on there.
This quest is not happening.
And he's starting to see that, like, maybe I can use some of this stuff.
Do you remember the 3 things?
It was...
The cow is white as milk.
The cape is red as blood. The hair is yellow as gold. We rejoin Pym and Dirk
Yeah.
after having said their goodbyes to Borwood.
Yes. Dirk nearly healed from his wounds last episode.
Yeah.
Holy guacamole.
Yeah.
He has now a herbalist asset, which is very exciting. He learned that from Tava, his mother.
Yes, he can now squish as many berries as it takes into his open wounds to heal them.
So gross. It's so gross.
Yeah, he knows how to forage and use what is around him to better his own physical condition and others. And he's excited about it.
Yeah. Pym, however, is eager to leave Borwood because she heard a mysterious voice a couple of episodes ago. We don't know what that's about, but we know that it's bad.
Yeah.
And it seems that the council did not heed Mortar, Dirk's father's advice, saying that, we have reason to believe that this is man-made. Instead, the mystics believe that it's still the divines that's angry at Borwood.
Yes.
And that they demand more offerings.
Yes, to in trying to warn the good people of Borwood about what caused the iron blight that's affecting it, it seems to have fallen on deaf ears for now. Yes. Pym and Dirk appear to be at a dead end, so they are now making way for the Havens.
The Havens.
And we're leaving the beautiful town of Borwood, but Dirk's excited. He saw his family. He's
absolutely excited. We've come to establish that the metropolis, the bustling metropolis of the Havens, is called Windhaven, and that is where the monarchy lives. Pym needs to go there for reasons of her own as well.
Yes.
And
Dirk needs to follow suit because we need more answers as to who's, in his case, needs more answers as to who's responsible for causing this iron blight and how to stop it.
Exactly. Finally, Dirk rolls a strong hit with a match on healing.
Sure did.
Just like ripped off that Band-Aid and was like, it was just pecs.
It was more pecs on his body.
More abs.
He has his 2 pecs and now he has additional.
I meant to say abs.
This is canon pecs. Now. Additional pecs on his mid-side where he was.
I meant to say abs.
It's all in the same general region, so it's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we find our adventurers.
We rejoin Pym and Dirk as they're we join them mid-route on their journey that they're undertaking to Windhaven from Borwood.
They have a picnic basket full of sandwiches and berries and things that can sustain them because we are at +5 supply, my friend.
Oh!
Very exciting.
Yes, that's super exciting. Having been topped off, leaving his family's abode, Tava and Mortar were more than happy to send Dirk packing, much like as he was growing up with foodstuffs, supplies. So they're ready to take on their adventure with a full satchel.
Yeah.
And in Pym's satchel, a little bit of extra rouge from Tessa from her
true.
Meg Inns makeup pack.
Meg Inns makeup delivered by Bingo the Courier.
Yes. Then they're both looking especially well-rested, fresh, and with a glow to them.
An IRL
An artificial
doorbell
glow.
turned role play. Incredible. So exciting. But they are on the road, and we need to roll on Undertake a Journey.
Oh, yeah.
To see where we go.
We set this as dangerous tier between, because the actual distance between Borwood and Windhaven, which is in the Havens, is probably a 1 month's trek, give or take. But we are taking well-trod roads on the way there.
Yes.
Would you like to make this roll?
Sure. Windhaven. We are on the outskirts of the deep wilds, because really Borwood bordered them, that, and we're going to make our way east and north in order to get to Windhaven.
Yeah.
We're really actually on the border of, of the Ragged Coast and the Havens. We're kind of in this like tri-state area kind of sitch.
We are in the Connecticut, New York City,
New Jersey
of the Ironlands.
Yeah,
that's
where we are. It's a tri-state area.
It's a really
Not
great
really.
place to be.
More like
We're gonna dip into the Bronx for a little while.
God.
Hit Pelham Bay Park, come up through Connecticut, take the Taconic.
Taconic?
We're taking the Taconic all the way up to wherever that goes. That goes somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully we don't run into bears along the way.
Oh my God. I'm going to roll on Undertake a Journey, which is, I thought, an adventure moves.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
You roll plus wits.
Great. Plus wits.
If you're setting off from a community in which you share a bond, add +1 to the roll.
Pim does.
Which we very much are.
Yeah. All right, so that's +2, which isn't amazing, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Yep.
Here I go. Wow, out the gate is a weak hit.
Okay.
No, yes.
Weak
No,
hit.
it is a straight miss.
Actually.
I can't burn momentum.
First roll of the
That's
day.
a 5 and an 8 and a 7. That is a straight fat miss because I add +2, so that's a 7, but it doesn't beat the challenge dice. And I can't burn anything.
On a miss on Undertake a Journey, you are waylaid by a perilous event. Pay the price.
Oh my God. We're just trying to get out of Borwood.
As discovered, not the best travelers.
No,
two.
we're terrible travelers. Do I have anything? That I can use?
I don't think so.
Nope. And nope. And nope.
Making their way.
I should never roll on this one. My wits is 1. So I challenge you to not offer it to me ever again.
Okay.
I should never
To
roll.
never take initiative
I should
on rolling for
never
Undertake a Journey.
lead the way on Undertake a Journey.
Oh,
God.
Pim and Dirk making their way down this rough, cobblestoned, trodden path that's looping around the southern arm of the Ragged Coast, essentially. Haven't seen folks on the road for quite some time.
Yeah.
Are slowly pacing along their way at a determined pace. They look in the distance on the road, and as they approach, they see was a familiar sight to them. At this point, was a cart that's been overturned on its side. One of the wagon wheels broken. A scattering of various goods, camping supplies, littered into the road.
Oh no.
As they approach closer and closer, they start to see papers strewn everywhere, firewood littered across the road. They see just supplies everywhere, and this overturned cart is a wreck. And Dirk begins to bend down and sort of like looks around across the horizon. Doesn't see much of anybody in sight. We're moving along this road, but on either end is not the most dense wooded area. It's kind of a mix of like a few trees, not too dense.
Yeah.
And looks down and looks at Pim, is like, I don't know what to. Hopefully they're okay, whoever's this was.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And no
Weird.
person in sight. I mean, I'd like to gather information to see if we know more about this cart. I guess I want to see if we can find footprints, basically, leading out from it.
Nice.
So I am going to
Gather information.
This is also wits.
Yep.
This is also wits.
Yeah.
This is so terrible. Okay, great. Wow, like you should like always put points into wits when you play Ironsworn, I guess. That's an important thing. Would Dirk like to make this roll, actually?
Dirk would love to. Dirk bent down to kind of check out what's going on.
I already borked one roll.
Yeah, let's see what's going on here. Horrific.
No, another miss.
That's a 5 action versus a 7 and a 9, so that's a complete
Can
miss.
you burn any momentum if you?
No, my momentum's only at 3.
Your investigation unearths a dire threat or reveals an unwelcome truth.
Dirk,
Pay the price.
I have an idea for this if that's
Please.
okay. Dirk, looking around, kind of in one of the big satchels that's strewn everywhere, sticking out of the pack is a couple big wooden shafts. He kind of looks and grabs one of them and picks it up.
Like a spear?
And he picks it up.
No, what is it?
And
You said shaft?
Yeah, it's a wooden shaft about maybe an arm's length.
Okay.
Picks it up out of the bag and sees that they're pickaxes.
Oh.
But then sets that down and he drops the pickaxe suddenly. And Pym kind of looks at him, wondering why. On the handle of the pickaxe, and he looks on his hand, is kind of a grayness, a gray dusting akin to kind of some of the blight that he saw in Borwood. And as the pickaxe drops to the cobblestone, makes a clang sound, Pym sees very clearly that on the tip of the pickaxe is covered in dried blood. It's like a brownish, deepish red that's on the pickaxe. And before Dirk can look back and make eye contact with Pym, you hear just like a feral scream out of nowhere.
Okay. We hear a feral scream out of nowhere.
Before they can even make plans or scramble, jumping from behind the trees and sprinting in their very direction are 3 figures running fast. And without hoods, screaming and running in Pym and Dirk's direction as he's dropped the pickaxe in front of him. They are probably 30 feet away. And from what Dirk can see from them as they're running is the one in front. It's a male figure. His eyes are completely pupilled black.
Yo.
Dark. And these 3 figures are now running at Pym and Dirk.
I'm going to enter the fray.
Yep.
This is bad.
It's on.
This is on. It's absolutely on. Pym knocks 2 arrows of the elvish arrows that she bartered for back at Borwood. And I am going to do it. So there's 3 of them, right?
3 of them. This is normally a troublesome foe.
Okay.
And there's 3, so we're upgrading the rank to dangerous.
All right, they're dangerous then. Great.
If you're facing off against them, roll plus heart. If you're moving into position against an unaware, roll plus shadow. Mm-hmm. If you're ambushed, roll plus wits.
No! Well, I'm kind of it doesn't matter. My heart's terrible too.
Yeah.
They're not unaware. We're ambushed. I have to roll plus wits.
Here goes.
Oh my God. You know what's funny? I really have to buff my character with regard to this huge weakness. This is a huge mechanical weakness.
For being a bit of a dullard.
Well, she's beefy and edgy. She's very edgy.
It's just situational awareness sometimes.
God. So maybe enter into combat. Yeah, unless... Okay, well...
You didn't get... you have turned and are now looking at the foes running at you. It doesn't nearly...
Could I secure an advantage and...
Before you enter the fray? Sure.
What would I do, though? Well, no, because I'm not in battle yet. So it's not like... I'm just going to do it.
Okay.
I'm just going to do it. Enter the fray. She knocks 2 arrows. She's ready to... She tightens her bow in order to strike. And let's see what happens. I roll plus heart. Oh, my God. It's a miss. That's another miss.
That is a miss.
Your combat begins with you at a disadvantage. Pay the price. Your foe has initiative.
before Pym attempts to get the 2 arrows knocked.
Yeah.
But these, what are basically figures, they look like Ironlanders, but as they run closer, pupils completely black, screaming and yelling, run at Pym and close the distance on Pym before.
Crap.
Yes, her arrows are knocked,
Right.
but before she can pull the bowstring back. 2 of them have grabbed and gotten Pym into a bit of a grapple. One grabs a hold of the bow. The other goes to just kind of make a tackle toward Pym's leg. So Pym no longer has initiative. These 2 figures have just like jumped her before she could get a shot off.
Yeah. Basically grappled me.
Seeing Pym in trouble, Dirk now looking down at the pickaxe covered in blood and a third figure. Dirk's going to enter the fray.
Amazing. Do I suffer any more consequences?
Oh, yeah, pay the price. Yeah. So do you want to roll on the pay the price table?
Where is that? Fate? Where's the fate moves?
Yeah, that's a fate move.
What page? Here we go. I found it. Let's see.
If you'd like to roll on it, I can give you the interpretation.
Yeah,
or if you
I
have a
wanna roll on
common
it.
sense.
I don't really have common sense right now.
Yeah, cool.
So let's do it. 33, which is
Yeah.
the current situation worsens.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, so basically, I think I jumped the gun in interpreting that before we rolled on the pay the price table.
Oh,
but
sure.
I think, the situation worsens.
I'm at disadvantage.
The figure has grappled your
Yeah.
bow, your main weapon, basically.
Okay.
And they're you're in a tug of war grapple fight with
Great.
2 of these figures right now.
Okay, go ahead. What does Dirk do now?
Dirk goes to enter the fray, sees Pym fighting these 2, and then sees a third one. So he's going to immediately...
Enter the
Well,
fray.
we're going to enter the fray first. Let's
Yeah.
see what happens.
Yeah.
This is plus wits, I'll call it as well, because I'll loop myself into the ambushed category.
Yeah.
Come on, baby!
Here we go.
Okay,
Oh!
that's better. That's better.
Oh, that's a 1.
Yeah,
Great.
so
Thank
that's
God.
oh my God.
Blech.
Yeah, so that's a 4, lies right in between. So that's a weak hit.
Great. So you can either take +2 momentum or take initiative.
I'm going to take initiative.
Yeah.
I'm going to, Dirk, seeing Pym is in trouble, is going to sprint right for the 2. We could basically call them thralls at this point.
Yeah.
That are kind of mugging Pym right now.
Yeah.
And attempts to take his spear and goes for a strike in the leg on the one that has grabbed her bow to free her up.
Okay.
Trying to get these guys off of you.
Awesome.
This will be plus iron.
Okay.
Because I'm in close quarters.
Yes, you are.
Let her go. Okay, I'm rolling bad, but that's okay.
You're
That's
a
a weak
hit,
hit.
though.
That's a weak hit. So I'm gonna inflict my harm, but I've lost initiative.
And 2 progress per harm plus. So that's 4 progress per harm.
Yeah.
Because you are wielding a deadly weapon.
For progress.
For progress in general.
On the 2 harm that I inflicted.
Yes. Okay. Great. We're at 4 out of 10. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like to
Not too bad.
interpret how Dirk did that? Otherwise,
Yeah.
going.
Dirk takes the blunt end of his spear and he knocks the back of the thrall's head, and,
Yeah.
and the thrall immediately is disoriented, and almost blinded by the blunt force trauma of the end of his spear, and immediately releases Pym, sort of staggers and falls to the ground.
I have failed to take initiative, so I'm going to say in
Correct.
this moment, the third thrall that was running towards and isn't in combat with either one of us yet goes to start sprinting at Dirk. Meanwhile, while this is happening, Pym also doesn't have initiative, so the other thrall that was grabbing you makes an attack. So I think if you'd like to, what would you like to do as the other?
Well, I clash.
I knocked away the one thrall, but you still have the one directly in front of you.
Yes,
to deal
I'm
with.
going to clash.
Right on.
In order to get initiative back. So
Cool.
let's just try for a strong hit.
Yes,
Can we
can
get a
one.
single
Can we get
strong
some
hit?
low freaking challenge dice results, please?
Let's go. So we're still unfortunately at close quarters, but that's okay because iron is pretty high for me too.
Yep.
So let's roll. Actually, wait. Duelist. Right. I keep forgetting that I have this duelist combat talent.
Okay.
And
What does
I
it
need
do?
to. If I decide to use them, when you strike or clash, you may add +2. If you do, inflict +1. Yeah, great. Okay.
Yeah, you get add +2 to this, right?
If I use, so I'm no longer dealing with my bow.
Yeah,
I'm
it was
just gonna
kind of grabbed and probably thrown at your feet.
Right.
From the
I didn't look
chaos.
at the roll that I just made, but I'm going to consider it still valid. She takes her 2 daggers out that I keep forgetting to use, but I have 2 daggers, and I have a duelist combat talent, so I'm going to use it.
We're once again in front of an overturned merchant cart, and Pim has forgotten what is on her. So looking around, she sees 2 daggers lying on the ground.
No, I have them on my person. I take them out. I remember. And I'm going to add +2 to this roll. So let's see what it is. I really needed that. That was really good. That is a strong hit.
Let's go.
That's a strong hit with a match, actually.
Let's go.
I've got 2 4s, but this is a 2. I add +2 iron plus 2, so I'm at 6.
So on a strong
hit,
hit, you inflict your harm. And you have initiative.
Wow. So we're already at 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
That's very exciting. I have initiative, but it was a strong hit with a match. So, very exciting.
Yeah.
Let's say that Pim takes out her 2 daggers, and she is feeling pretty saucy. This is at the so we have 3. We have 3 guys.
Yeah. Dirk kind of knocked one. You have one in front of you, and the third is kind of near Dirk right now.
Near Dirk. Okay, so she decides in a very martial with executing martial prowess.
Oh yeah.
She takes her one. Oh, this is really rough, but I'm going to say it. She takes her dagger and she stabs the face. Of the one in front of her, right between the eyes.
Yeah.
Right between the 2, pupils, the entire eyeball that is shrouded in darkness.
Yeah.
She stabs in the middle. And then she throws the other one.
Yeah.
To then also bullseye right between the 2 eyes. Grab the other one. And it falls to the ground. I have initiative.
You have initiative.
I'm going to end this fight.
End it.
We're at 8 out of 10.
The second dagger flying, hitting the thrall square in the bridge of the nose. You
like
hear,
axe throwing.
You hear just
like
you hear a short cry out in pain. Before then, there's just silence as the figure falls to the ground before it was about to jump on Dirk and attack him.
All right, let's see how successful this is. We won. Strong hit. Great. The foe is no longer in the fight. They are killed out of action, flee, or surrender, as appropriate to the situation.
How did she end the fight?
Oh man! So those 2 are done. Those 2 are dead.
Yeah, you just have the one
hit
remaining.
The brain. We've got the one remaining.
This one's got your bow in its hands.
Oh, it does? Okay, great. So, Pim takes 2 arrows. What does she do? Do you have a cool way to do this?
Yeah. Still having her quiver.
Yeah.
But the thrall just like kind of grabbing and wrestling her bow out of her hands.
Yeah.
She has the kind of new shiny elven arrows that she's found from the merchant in Borwood.
Yes.
Grabs them, kind of grabs them and holds them like pointed short swords. These elven arrows have a bit of a longer shaft than your usual and gives her a bit of added reach. And after going dagger, throwing dagger, spinning, pulls 2 elven arrows from the quiver and Legolas style, both eyes, double stab into the third. The dark pupils just kind of just oozing blood immediately.
Oh, God.
You don't even hear anything out of this guy. They penetrated the sharp, perfectly crafted elven tip penetrates all the way through the brain as this figure just falls to the ground in a heap.
Oh, God.
Nice moves.
You too. Good thinking there.
These guys look familiar.
Awfully familiar. The thieves back at Troutnook.
Yeah.
They're the exact same with the eyes and everything. It's the same.
I didn't think we'd run into something like this. I want to make a gather information to assess these 3 attackers now.
Okay.
See if anything on their person, like what are they wearing? Do they have anything that would clue into what the heck they're doing in this particular patch of road?
Yeah. Well, do we have to roll on that? Because they're dead.
Yeah.
They're dead now.
Oh, okay.
They're fully there. We could ask the Oracle if you want.
Sure. Okay.
About like action and theme maybe, or even let's just say we can search them.
Yeah.
Just because I don't want to make too many things a role.
Sure.
Seeing
the context clues of the overturned cart.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking around here, right, Pim, and like, what I'm thinking happened was, you remember how in Trout Nook they were rifling through things and kind of searching? Yeah. They must have overturned this cart, and whoever this poor merchant was got the bad end of whatever they were looking for.
Right. But what's with these pickaxes, and why do they have blood on them?
Well, I'm starting to understand how they did in the poor merchant.
Right.
If we look around, we might see... I want to look around. I'm going to ask the Oracle to see if we look around and see a body of
yes,
a person
no
that would... A yes-no table to see if we see a body who of some, poor sap along the road who was struck, unfortunately.
Let's say that's pretty likely.
Yeah.
Because... it would make sense that they were a lot. It would seem that this had just happened, right?
Yeah.
So a body should be close by.
25 or above.
Yeah.
25 or above. This is we uncover something.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, 94.
Great. Okay, so searching, we see just nestled in some trees close by. We see a boot.
Oh, jeez.
And Pim takes a sharp inhale and motions for Dirk to see as well. There's a boot there.
Yeah. What does it look like? Is it a nice looking boot, or is this an Ironlander's Ugg, essentially?
It's an Ironlander's Ugg. It's a hide boot.
Yeah.
It's an Ugg.
Furry lines.
It's a suede Ugg.
Not much of a sole to speak of.
No.
At all.
Yeah.
Very covered in dirt.
This Ironlander is clad in Uggs. So let's say a wealthy merchant.
Yeah. Can afford
some luxuries. Goes and sees the body of this merchant.
And as we're sort of assessing the body, what's evident is the body's valuables are all still on it. There's a necklace on the body still. This merchant had jewelry that has been left on the fingers.
Oh my god.
So it's clear that this attack wasn't made as some sort of robbery or typical bandit mugging on the road.
And Pim, I want to see if there is an inventory list.
Okay.
Yes or no about an inventory list?
Like what the merchant was carrying?
Yes.
Cool.
Like if this merchant has kept good books and we can see precisely, because if there's whatever's missing from that inventory list is what they were after or what they might have taken.
Sure.
Because he's got valuables on him.
Gotcha. 25 or above.
25 or above.
He's a wealthy merchant. He's probably on his...
He's got good books.
He's on his stuff.
He's got good books. 25 or above. Yes. So in his breast pocket, Pim sees a little piece of paper sticking out of it and, picks it up and unfolds a small piece of paper.
Soaked in blood.
Also,
this body has a huge pickaxe head wound that is just like one blow before this merchant could even realize what was happening. Lights out.
Yeah. And the inventory list reads, 5 fur hides. And we see that obviously there's some hides in the cart. This reads like a school supply list.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Slowly you see Dirk also. He's looking over Pim's shoulder. Pim is holding the list, referencing it. Dirk kind of like grabs a little scroll out from his satchel and cross-references Daryl's shopping list.
We're done. We're not doing this for Daryl.
With the list on there.
This quest is not happening.
And he's starting to see that like it says hides, but it's not the pelt that he's like,
you want to roll on that? Since you're so eager on fulfilling that vow, do you want to roll to see if we have any of Daryl's items?
I want to see if he can
for refined raiment.
As grisly as this is, he sees an opportunity. As sad as he is, of course, that there's a dead person on the side of the road. He's starting to see like maybe I can use some of this stuff.
Do you remember the 3 things?
It was.
The cow is white as milk.
The cape is red as blood. The hair is yellow as gold. The
slipper is
cup
gold.
as big as Mark.
Great.
Yes, I do. It
Because
was in
we
my
should roll.
other notes.
Great.
Yeah, let's see if he's got anything. Do you think it's like less not likely that these things are on his shopping
not
list?
likely that he has all of them. Well, I don't know.
Let's say if I roll a 10, let's say if I roll a 90 or above,
it's a 10% chance. They were like random things.
if I roll a 90 or above, everything that's on Daryl's shopping list is strewn along the ground right now.
Okay.
10% chance that I just make out like a bandit.
But let's say 50 or above, you get one of them. 70 and above, you get two.
Love it. Come on, baby.
Oh my God.
What's my tens place? The blue one. Maybe there's like something here I can.
Oh, 81.
81.
All right, so you get two of the things. We don't know what they are because we don't remember.
Without Pym noticing, because like it is a distraction and it is in poor taste to be looting this dead guy.
Merchant.
You see Dirk just sort of like start to roll up one of the pelts.
Oh no!
Slide it in his haversack. Take like a couple things that he remembers are on Daryl's list and slide it away. So
this vow is
that's a big
formidable.
Big fat milestone.
But I don't think this should be a formidable vow.
Huh?
Is this vow, gather 3 things for refined raiment, is formidable.
Sure.
But we're marking progress on only one?
I had to kill the guys.
Okay.
So
You killed the guys.
Boom, 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 boom. I don't know where I'm going to get the third thing on the list. These 2 just fell into my lap.
We're only 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's going to be great.
I'll
You care enough
reasons.
that you'll burn momentum on... Oh, you can't burn momentum on a progress roll. Whatever. Great. So we get 2 out of the 3 things.
One of these pelts is soaked in blood that I packed away. The likelihood that... Yeah, okay.
Whatever they are, I'm going to trust that you're going to look in your notes and remember what they are. Viewers at home, leave us a comment of what these 3 things are. I don't remember what they are.
We cut to Pym looking at the list.
Pym is looking at the list, and Dirk has like shirked away.
Dirk shirks.
Dirk shirks.
Yeah.
2 of the items for refined raiment. Because let's say that Dirk is the one rifling through the cart to make sure as Pym is checking off the list.
Just looking for got that.
Do you see 3 rubies?
2, 3, yeah.
Oh God, that'd be nice if we could. Never mind. Okay. Do you see a bear trap?
Ow! Yeah, just kidding.
You sure?
Yep, good.
Don't joke like that, man. Do you also see a treasure, a small wooden box with a golden inlay?
No.
You don't see that?
No.
Well, that must be what they were after then. A small box with gold inlay.
Well,
I don't have any other information besides that.
It'd be on their bodies then, right? Unless they...
Let's look.
And they, sure enough, look around.
Mm-hmm.
It's not on their person. So wherever this bit was after, must have stowed it. You think they stowed it away somewhere? They came from somewhere. We have to see if...
Yeah.
They were hiding out. They may have stowed it away along with other stuff they may have taken.
Mm-hmm. They were coming from a direction.
Mm-hmm.
They were coming at us.
Yeah.
We were on the road.
Mm-hmm. I would love to gather information from where the tree line that they jumped out of, if I can see any clue as to where they were coming from.
Definitely.
Gold inlay. Any more details on that?
I'm going to
list?
aid your ally
Please
because
do.
I can help you in this with the information that... Where's aid your ally? Oh. That they... Pym is going to aid you with the information that, don't forget, they have pickaxes.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a random thing. You don't just... It's a heavy tool.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
let's see,
used
moves.
in a weapon, as a weapon.
Yes. So secure an advantage in support of your ally. So here it is. It's going to be... I'm going to roll this with...
Is it wits again?
It's wits again.
Yeah.
It's
You're
wits.
gonna roll great.
But it's going to be fine. Okay.
I love how well you roll in fighting. And then it's just like, Pym.
Because I'm edge and iron.
Pym, what direction should we go?
She's beefy as heck, but she doesn't know where she is ever.
Heavy drilling.
All right. that. Can I burn momentum? No. Can I do anything? Can I do anything at all here? Nope. I can't do anything.
If you score a hit, they take the benefits of the move.
I don't score any hit.
All right.
That's a 7 on my action with a 7 and a 9.
Oh, +1. Weak hit.
No, it's a 6. Sorry, it's a 6 on my action plus 1, 7.
Okay.
Oh my god. So, you fail or
Pim
your
it-
assumptions betray you, pay the price. So I don't help you with gathering information.
You get distracted into the big list and where this merchant could have come from. Perhaps there's something on the list that triggers a memory that gets you off into thinking about
Pim's like
things long
super
past.
hungry all of a sudden. She's like, actually, you know what? I'll leave you to it. And she goes and she rummages into the picnic basket to look for some snacks.
I am going to use my tracking knowledge, leveraging Wild Blood.
Great.
Trying to track if I'm looking for matted down long blades of grass. I'm basically Aragorning this right now. CSI, where did the hobbits go?
I could have used a thing.
No, we're past it. She's hungry.
Can I say this for posterity? I have a thing I can use to help me. When you gather information by investigating a devious scheme,
Yes.
you may roll plus shadow instead of plus wits, and that would be better for me. I'm going to just say that.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that
Are we
for the scribes.
Are we confident that what was happening was the result of a devious scheme? We're
Yeah.
not really. Okay.
Oh, yeah, because
Trying
they
to
stole
uncover where they
something
come
and
from.
they're like super scary,
So,
Yeah.
leveraging Wild Blood.
Okay.
Dirk starts to skulk into the tree line, grabs a little bit of matted down grass, puts it in his mouth, chews it. Track these guys. Cocked.
Do it again.
So glad that was cocked. That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
strong
That's what
hit,
I'm talking
baby.
about.
Let's
That's
go.
an 8 versus a 1 and a 4.
Okay.
Strong ass hit.
On gather information.
On gather information.
And take plus 2 momentum, my friend.
Discover something helpful and specific. And place +2 momentum.
Great.
Down. Oh, God. Come on. Here we go.
Is your dry erase no longer working?
That +3 momentum is matted down.
Wait, that's so sad.
I got it.
Does that work for...
I'll do a little...
Oh, no. All of our dry erase is officially, cemented into our sheets.
Do a little mom before you get in the car.
no.
Come here, sweetie.
This is a problem.
Got it.
There you go.
Got it.
Perfect. Okay.
So you discover something helpful and specific.
I think I'm going to take this if you don't mind.
Please take.
Because I still can't shake the fact that they were pickaxes.
Mm-hmm.
Pim, now that she's had her snack and she's fully contented and no longer stressed out from the fight, she sees that these 3 thralls were coming from a northern direction. And as we can see from the north, because she's tracing their footprints, and she sees that they are coming from, what seems to be a cliffside. And she says, Dirk, let's go check out that cliffside. They come, and Dirk is able to see a small opening in the cliffside. And it seems to be an entrance to a cave.
Oh. So some sort of, and it's kind of looking through where you said this is like at the foothills of a mountainous kind of area.
Let's say it's not like a crazy mountain, but they're like cliffs, cliff sides.
Dirk, looking in, sees this crevice in the cliffside. Seems to open to about 3 times his height.
Yeah.
But it gets enough for maybe one man to slip through at its base, and then as it gets higher and higher, it gets more and more slender. So passing along the road, you would most likely miss it or just chalk it up to the feature of the landscape.
Yeah.
And looking toward the front entranceway, there is a broken off pickaxe head, just kind of leaning against the front. Looks to have busted off of its hilt at one point, whether during a swing, it's just been discarded.
Great.
How's it sort of... Whoa.
So
I got a bad vibe from this.
Here's what we know. Those 3 thralls, their eyes were completely shrouded in darkness.
Exactly like the ones we first saw when we broke that up in the market square.
There was gray, sticky material on the hilt of that pickaxe.
Sticky?
Well, wasn't it powdery? Sorry, you said powdery.
Oh, it's a little sticky.
You said powdery, though, right?
It's powdery and sticky.
Oh, my God. So powdery, sticky.
Hang on.
Don't taste it. What's wrong with you? Don't.
He takes his canteen and he washes his mouth and spits
Dirk's heart is so full of gold that he is absolutely immune to the iron blight.
He's completely.
He's like the Hercules. He's just like when like the little like string is being held to cut up. It's just gold. It's impenetrable. But
like a metallic tang to it, definitely.
That's what we know. Mm-hmm. We have to go in. We have to investigate further because if it has something to do with the Iron Blight, if it has something to do with
what happened at that market square, the Iron Blight,
all of it.
It could be connected.
It could be connected. We have to go in. And I think this is our first site.
Let's delve this site.
Let's delve a site, yo.
Yeah.
For those of you new to Ironsworn, there is an expansion called Delve, and it involves delving sites.
Yeah, but let's get to our first something akin to a bit of a dungeon crawl, maybe.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So let's
looking for this what was on the ledger of that merchant, the gold-lined box.
Correct.
Or something akin to that. Basically, what
a wooden
these
box with gold inlay.
thralls were either under the clues as to what they were under the spell of, perhaps, or what they're looking for, what they're after. That's what we're trying to get at the result of this entranceway.
Yes. So let's pick our theme and domain.
Cool. Do you want to pass me domain?
Yeah. I think they're sorted correctly. Are they? I'm not sure if they are. All right. Yeah, I think that's domain.
Cool.
And I think this isn't enough, though. Why don't you look at your table if you don't mind?
Yeah.
Let's crack up that book for me. But I think domain is definitely a cave, because this is a cave. Here we go. Cavern, a place of stone and darkness. And then theme.
Yes, got it. So we have wild, ravaged, haunted, infested, ancient, corrupted, hallowed, fortified. I think corrupted really fits. If we feel like
What's the difference between corrupted and the other one that was very similar to it?
haunted, infested, ravaged, wild.
Yeah, haunted and corrupted. What are the two? What's the difference there?
Haunted, restless spirits are bound to this place. Corrupted, this place is tainted by dark magic.
Oh, probably corrupted.
They're very similar, but I would say this is a corrupted place.
A corrupted cavern. That's it.
Corrupted cavern.
That's our theme and domain.
It sounds like a Diddy Kong Racing map.
Yeah.
Let's give this place a name.
Let's give this place a name. I have that table.
I'm gonna row.
You roll, and I will tell you the result.
I'm gonna row.
Site name. Okay.
83.
83 is sorry.
Format first.
Oh, so like namesake's place is the format.
Namesakes and then place.
Yeah, so something's cavern or hideout or abode or something. Namesake, this could be like an Ironlander of old. Oh, here we go. Let's say it is Themons. Themon? I don't like that name because I can't pronounce it. I'm kidding.
Let's pick a new one.
Parcels? Oh boy. I'm having a hard time today. It's good, the first one. Femins? Themin's hideout.
Cool.
Let's say that Themin was, a holy person of old and went there to meditate.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Not very known about this place.
But without further ado, I think we should end there.
Cool.
Before we delve the depths.
Right on.
Of Themin's hideout.
I want to see what's inside it, though.
I know. You got to wait till next episode. So exciting. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.